I'm Nathan Law, a Hong Kong activist who fled to London because of the newly implemented national security law. Under the national security law, which has not been through any local legislation process or consultation, it could easily suppress or put any of the political activists in jail because the meaning of threatening the national security is up to the interpretation of Beijing authority. So it completely destroys the freedom of expression of Hong Kong people and make us live in white terror and politics of fear. We have been fighting for democracy for decades. In 1997, Hong Kong was handed back to China from the British government. And back then, China promised Hong Kong people that we will enjoy democracy and autonomy in the implementation of one country, two systems. Sadly, we have not been seeing any signs of democracies in Hong Kong. In 2016, Joshua and I, we worked together and formed a youth-led organization called Demosisto, and we wanted to inherit the spirit of the umbrella movement and encourage street protest and resistance movement in the council. So we decided to run for election, and I became the youngest ever lawmaker in Hong Kong's history in 2016 at the age of 23. When I took my oath in October 2016, I quoted Gandhi.
"You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind."
And after I served the council for almost a year, Beijing's reinterpretation in our constitution, creating a legal loophole that could evict me from the council. So I was no longer a legislator after I served the council for almost a year. And after a month of my disqualification, in August 2017, I was jailed because of my participation in the umbrella movement for around 2.5 months. It was a shock to the public because I was the first batch of protesters who were jailed because of peaceful civil disobedience. Although I'm convicted, or three of us are convicted, we will still fight on the path of democracy, and we will not afraid on whatever the government have done on us. Carrie Lam has always been top officials in Hong Kong, and she has been standing shoulder to shoulder with Beijing. So she is literally the puppet of Beijing who merely exercised the political agenda and suppressed Hong Kong people. When I realized that the national security law would definitely quash the international fronts of the movement, making people unable to advocate international advocacy work on the ground in Hong Kong, so I decided to leave Hong Kong and continue to do my advocacy work in London and make sure that the world does not shift their eyesight away. So for me, the future is that we continue to be very tenacious and to be resistant and fight for democracy.